listening to the audiobook for Red, White, and Royal Blue, and I have about an hour left, and I just need to update y'all because, oh my god, this book is so good. It's so good. I already want to buy it. I can already tell this will probably be a 5-star read and like a new favorite, and I still haven't even finished it yet because I'm just like so sure that it's gonna end fantastically because the rest of the book has just been amazing. Like, oh, it's so good. Oh my god, it's so good. Anyway, I have to fold some laundry, so I thought I'd talk to you guys while doing that because I have to do this. I've been putting it off for like 3 days. Whoops. Once again, as I said in my 5x5 video where I started this, I just love, thank you. I just love the chemistry between the two of them. I love the passion. I really have just enjoyed seeing the dynamic of their relationship shift from being enemies to becoming lovers. It's been so good. I'm absolutely in love with Casey McQuiston's writing because it is just so hilarious. I can't get enough of it. All of her just jokes are fantastic and my exact kind of humor. I just recently looked up and it turns out that she is in the middle of writing a sapphic romance that I think it said was based in the 1970s and is a spin on Kate and Leopold, which I've never seen the movie, but I know the premise, so I'm definitely intrigued. There's also just been this ongoing like Star Wars joke throughout the book that I love so much, and it came back up again and it was so cute. It literally made me cry. I was a hot mess, and I'm sorry you guys didn't get to see my happy tears. I'm so determined. I will probably finish this tonight, just because audiobook on top of I still have the physical, so I can try and finish reading it before I go to bed. It's so cute. Had to focus real hard for that perfect fold. I also have started reading The Titan's Curse by Rick Riordan. This is the 3rd book in the Percy Jackson series, and I'm enjoying it so far. The cast of demigods that we know is expanding, so that's pretty cool. We don't know who their parents are yet. We've met the goddess Artemis. That's awesome. Percy is like a sassy little 14-year-old. I'll tell ya. He is cracking me up. I absolutely love Grover. He is probably my favorite. He's just so protective and cute, and I love how he like stress eats tin cans. That just cracks me up. Next up, I am planning to continue Her One Mistake by Heidi Perks, which I started in my 5x5, and I am also going to start listening to the audiobook for You Deserve Each Other. I think that's all for now. I'm gonna listen to some more of Red, White, and Royal Blue, and I might update you guys later if I do finish it, and I'm probably going to have to force myself not to reread it automatically because it's so good. It's so good.
Hey y'all! So it's Wednesday and I did not expect, actually I kind of did expect, that I was gonna love You Deserve Each Other so much. I have been blasting through the audiobook. This book has definitely made me laugh out loud so many times. You Deserve Each Other is a, I believe, love to hate to love romance in which Naomi and Nick are engaged to get married. However, Naomi has found that she is fallen out of love with Nick, but she believes that he is kind of being a big pain on purpose to try and get her to break up with him. Naomi suddenly becomes determined to make Nick break up with her because she doesn't want to have to pay for all of these extravagant things that have already been bought for the wedding, which Nicholas's mom has paid for, and Naomi thinks Nick's mom would make her pay for it all in turn. The romance is very adorable, but like frustrating, and it's just what I want in a hate to love romance, if I'm being completely honest. Usually, as I said in my reading vlog when I read Late to the Party, I don't like miscommunication used as a trope, but in this, it seems very much like they're not communicating just out of sheer pettiness to the other person. And I don't know why, but like it makes it kind of okay. It just makes it more hilarious and interesting to me. I don't know why that's why I like it, but I do. I wouldn't call it so much that these two are playing pranks on each other. They do sometimes. It's very much a battle of the wits. Their arguments are just hilarious and ridiculous, and sometimes they have serious conversations, sometimes they don't out of them, and they end up actually learning things about each other that you think a couple who's about to get married should know about each other already, but they don't. Nicholas's mom is the absolute worst. She is so frustrating and is also a big point of conflict in their relationship. I was gonna tell you guys about how I finished Red, White, and Royal Blue last night, and I loved every single second of it, and I cried again at the ending, but my phone is currently propped up on the book. But yes, Red, White, and Royal Blue, an absolute new favorite, gonna be 5 stars. I am gonna have to buy this book for myself because I can see in the future I'm going to reread it. It was so good. I loved it. I understand all of the hype now. I also continued on with Her One Mistake as well from my Try Chapter Challenge. This one is following 2 women, and one of them, Charlotte, babysits Harriet's daughter, Alice, and while babysitting her, Alice is kidnapped, runs away, she disappears somehow at this carnival that Charlotte is at with her other children as well. And then follows both the investigation for what happened to the little girl, as well as just the deterioration between the 2 women's friendship. We actually get to see it from both of their perspectives. Charlotte's is in first person while Harriet's is in third person, which is interesting. And Charlotte's we also occasionally will see into the now timeline, and the mystery is mostly happening in the before timeline, which occurred 13 days prior. Alice, the little girl, went missing at the end of the first chapter. Even so far, I usually have made a guess on like kind of what's happened by this point in the book, and I still don't really know. I'm like about 20% in, and I'll have some kind of an estimation, but I still don't really know. We don't even know if she's been kidnapped or if she just ran away yet, and good book so far. It's built suspense very well. It's also very interesting that in both of the perspectives they are distinct, particularly in the emotion within their thoughts. I'm so interested to know what happened to her. I'll definitely be reading some more of this tonight. Hey y'all, so it's Thursday night and I just completely forgot to update until this point, if I'm being completely honest. I went to my brother's for Clone Wars and dinner. I got to see his adorable cat Logan earlier. But I also finished Her One Mistake by Heidi Parks, and this was so much more than I was expecting. There were so many twists and turns that really caught me off guard. I really enjoyed this mystery. It was so well done. I kind of called portions of it, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, because I think there were breadcrumbs that were well sprinkled in to give you the hints, but could also catch you off guard if you weren't paying attention. There was an additional twist I didn't expect, and the ending was just wow. I mentioned previously that we were seeing from the 2 women's perspectives, but Charlotte's was in first person and Harriet's was in third person. Well, that's only for the first half of the book. In the latter half of the book, it actually switches to Harriet's being first person and Charlotte's as third person, so it kind of almost shifts who is the main focus of the story at that point. This was a really good book. I can definitely see why Eric's mom from Break Even Books absolutely loved this, because this was a good story that really caught me off guard. It was kind of a domestic I guess I would say it was a domestic thriller, but like more than that. It was very reminiscent to me of Girl on the Train. I would say some content warnings for abuse, both physical and psychological in this, but great story. I really enjoyed this. I don't know what I'm gonna rate it yet, but like, it's gonna be high, I can tell you that. I also went to the library today and got a new book, but that's for a secret TBR, so I don't know if you guys will really get to hear any reactions to me reading that, but I still am working on The Titan's Curse. I also managed to get the audiobook for The City We Became, and I started listening to some more of that, and now we're meeting another one of the avatars, and this one is named Manny, as in Manhattan, so I can guess which borough he represents because that was a bit obvious. I'm still intrigued because I haven't gone much farther. I don't even think I've gotten a full chapter, and it's been a good reading day. I've now finished 2 books in 2 days, so look at me go, blasting through. Let's see if I can keep that going for the rest of this reading vlog. I don't think I will. Hello guys, gals, and non-binary pals. It is Friday, so yay, TGIF. I hope you're having a good week. I am having a good week because it was short. That's always nice. I didn't sleep well last night, and I've been kind of in a fog almost all day. When I was driving home from work, I started listening to just some like feel-good music and pumped myself up so I could film a video and actually have energy in it. I also drank 2 cups of coffee and a latte today, so that also might have something to do with it. I've been continuing to work on The City We Became by N.K. Jemisin from my Try a Chapter challenge. Apparently this is just a continuation of that video, so you guys should watch that video before you watch this vlog. I say that like it's not Friday and we're not 5 days into this vlog, but whatever. In case you haven't watched that video, let me just explain. The City We Became is a urban fantasy that is focusing specifically on New York, and the different boroughs within it have been personified into these avatars. So far I have met Brooklyn, Manhattan, Staten Island, and there was someone in the prologue, but I still don't know who he was. This is very stream of consciousness writing, and everything within the city is described in very anthropomorphized ways, which is cool and very different. This is unlike any other fantasy I've read before, but with all of that, I don't know how I'm liking it, in all honesty. It's very weird. I have been listening to the A Wild Faith appeared and disappeared again. There she is. I have been listening to the audiobook so far, and I kind of find myself losing interest in it, which is unfortunate because in an audiobook format, I have to pay attention in order to actually grasp what's happening in the story. But I may need to try reading this one physically instead. However, I have to start working through my secret TBR for a different video coming out later this month, and because of that, I'm kind of considering DNFing this one. Not permanently, but possibly just for now. It's just really weird, and I still am not 100% sure if I understand what's happening. That's gonna be it for now. I'm gonna be doing some editing tonight, and maybe watch Back to the Future 3 with my parents because we just randomly decided to pick those movies up. Hello all, it is Sunday and I forgot to film really, except for that B-roll from yesterday, so sorry about that. I have actually started a different audiobook now. I worked on The Wedding Date by Jasmine Guillory. This is a romance book in which the main character, Alexa, meets a guy, Drew, in a elevator, and they end up bonding. And basically Drew is going to his ex-girlfriend's wedding, but he doesn't have a date, and he ends up asking Alexa to go with him. They then start a fake relationship for the duration of the wedding, and it's been pretty cute. I think I'm like 2 hours in, and I'm liking it. It's very fluffy and very much an offset of the other book I'm currently reading for my secret TBR that you guys will be seeing in like 2 weeks. A little bit of B-roll you guys saw from yesterday was when my boyfriend and I went to a monster-themed putt-putt course, and it was really fun. We wore masks, we were social distancing, but like it was really cool. It had all Halloween themed. My boyfriend and his family are very much like horror movies, haunted house kind of people, and both of us, our favorite holiday is Halloween, so that is something we really love, and we always try and do fun things like that around this time of year, and this was something totally new that we hadn't seen before, and we ended up really enjoying it. I won by exactly 1 point. I don't really have any other plans for the rest of the night. I'm just gonna probably paint my toes and maybe take a bath and read some, because Sundays are very much my self-care day and just like to relax and hang out. Thank you so much for coming to my channel today, guys. I really appreciate it. Make sure to hit like and subscribe down below. I come out with videos on Monday and Friday, but until then, I hope you continue to have a terrific day. Bye.